It's a telegraph key, a machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS earlier, but I doubt that did anything. Zero would never make it that easy. So you think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure it actually transmits anything outside of the ship. Okay, one thing I want to call back to though, even if it's true that Snake isn't dead and no one is evil here, someone's up to something. And the reason I know this is because those things, the 3, 7, and 8 originally couldn't be opened, but then later they could. This either means someone is up to something, or it's Snake that did that before leaving unannounced. Either way, I'm not sure, but Telegraph key. Ace says you use it to send messages in Morse code. Hey Ace, look! There's a big-ass rat trap over here. I told you that's a telegraph key. It is a device that transmits through Morse code. Don't I have that thing? That, this that I'm not sure what does good for? Yeah. Is it for this? I don't know. We gotta get ink. Ink? Wait, where's ink? Yeah, give me the ink again. Telegraph key. It says you send messages in Morse code. I have ink now. No? Never. Okay, fine. I will go back then. Oh, right, like this. What's in here? Hey, what's this? It's blank. There's nothing written on it. Ooh, ink and paper? I will combine the paper with the ink! Yeah, never mind. White piece of paper. It's blank. But I think if I use the white piece of paper and the ink, I can actually send a message. And by message, I don't need this. I don't need this! An early communications device. Most likely it's transmitting a radio signal of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. Okay, so nothing of that. Back to here. Telegraph key. Ace says you use it. Okay, I have the piece of paper. I have the piece of paper. I have a piece of paper. No? Now that he's talked about it? Paper? Damn it! So what am I supposed to do? Me no comprende. Did I miss something in here? How about in here? There's nothing in the drawer. There's air. How old are you? 9? Fitting number for the game, that is. Have I pressed everything? Am I missing anything? No telegraph message. Nothing suspicious here. A light. Looks like a pretty flower. Just an ordinary wall clock. The hands aren't moving. There's no light. Well, it won't turn on, so maybe not that normal. Telegraph key. There's no cheese on it, unfortunately. What? So I don't know what I have to do with this. In fact, I don't even know why I'm still in this room. Hey Clover, can we go back to talking in private? No? There's an E on this screen. There's a Z on this screen. There's nothing on this monitor. Just static. Hey, isn't the door on that screen the one right behind us? You're right. So whatever that camera sees is sent to this screen in real time. I wonder if that means something. Means something, you know? I'm sorry. The correct way to say that, I believe, is I wonder if that means something, you know? Nothing on the monitor. Just static. Okay, so if whatever is on that screen is sent... Actually, wait. One more thing. Check this again. This is one of those that switches what's on the screen. Let's see what happens if I flip one of these switches. Nothing. Looks like it doesn't work anymore. I've been here. Okay. I didn't want to go over there. So I guess that's that for this stuff. Well, let's check this again. I don't think there's anything I can do with this. Ugh. Looks like whatever the camera sees shows up on the screen behind us. Yeah, so I put my hand here in front of it. It shows up in the middle of the top screen back there. You've got a short lifeline, Junpei. What? Hey, mind your own business. So what am I doing? What's left to do? The display is dark. I guess the power is none. How do I turn it on? What am I doing with this stuff? What? I am 5 and what is poop? I don't know. So what's left to do? It's a hook for hanging clothes, I think. So what's left to do? Is there something I can combine that I'm not realizing? Combine with the roller. No. Ink combine with the roller? Wait, what? I guess I'll put... What? Oh, yeah, of course, that's exactly what I was gonna... Logic! Ah, yes, I see you put ink on the cylinder. Quite, yeah. If I roll it across a piece of paper, the pins and the fans will leave marks on it, right? Oh, why am I talking like you now? I don't know. The pins will make dots, and the fans will make lines. Alright, then show us. Who's us? Is Clover here too? It's so hard to tell sometimes. Telegraph key. It says you just fucking oh, do I have to combine? I don't know. I don't know. I just gotta roll the cylinder across a piece of paper, and if I'm right, the ink should. Ba-dum-bum. Just as you suspected, right? Now you have a pattern of dots and lines on the paper. I imagine it's Morse code. Those dots and lines are the dots and dashes of Morse code. Hooray! Alright, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Now let's give this a shot. Am I supposed to know what this means? What do I do? Dot? What do I do other than press the button? That's not right. Reset. What if I go 1, 2, 3, and then what? Click away? Or move to the next line? Or press somewhere else? Or is there another button I can press? Or let's just try going to the end and see what happens. Because I'm not really sure how to make it so that they're just spaces and not dots. Because from what I can tell, you just have the dots. So another dot and another dot and another dot. Let's just do nothing but dots. Oh. Yeah, how does that work? Hey, Junpei, what's the matter? You can do better than that. My hand slipped. I'll get it right next time. So, is there a file thing on this? Because I am losing it. Controls during escape. Search. Touch the bottom screen. Reading. Touch. Controls during external section. Item screen controls. File screen controls. Map screen controls. Calculator controls. Escape kits. I don't want your damn escape kits. How does the thing work though? Do you know how to operate this device? You operate by pressing this button. The dot, which is what is dit, is a result of the light tap on the button. The dash, which is da, is what you'll get if you hold the button. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. What's going on now? Okay. I can do that. Alright, so I press it once quickly for a dot, and I hold it down for a dash. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's try this again. Number 2, number 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm getting it now. Now that I know how it works, now that actually he was explaining it to me after I already tried it once. Thanks a lot, Ace. How helpful. And we're about done here. And and another one, and 1, and 2. What do we got? That's the last one, and yes! Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. Oh gosh, keep doing that. Seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. Okay, where's the drawer? This drawer? This drawer? Wait, did you say unlock the drawer or unlock the door? He didn't say unlock the door, did he? I think I heard him say drawer. Oh, yeah, he did. A red file lay in the drawer. Uh-oh. Seems like serious business. What's going on? Junpei reached down and picked it up. The cover read... Dun dun dun! Alice. Did that mean... Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Each page was covered with strange caricatures. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, winged beasts, dragon of Roz, and kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols. Of course! They're the Digimon symbols! I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of... I know that's not actually what it is, probably, but like that's always I remember symbols like these these are probably, I don't know, Egyptian or caveman drawings or something like that. But the first instance I remember of it was something that happened in the original Digimon that had like kind of used Digimon symbols, but it was much less sophisticated than something like this. The hell is this? He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him. They're hieroglyphs. Oh. Form of writing used in ancient Egypt. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's Egyptian. Thought so. Ancient Egypt? Of course! These are the recipes for the Millennium items! Okay. How many anime references can I make in one video? Can you read them? Of course. Of course? You say it like it's nothing. I can't. Of course I can't. Of course you'd do that, wouldn't you? What would make you think I could? I don't know. You knew what they were? The hell? Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just 1 or 2 pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them. And watch, like, the whole key be like, oh, decipher this, and it'll tell you where door 9 is. Because Zero said door 9 was hidden. It's not out in the open. I'm assuming it's not going to be as easy to find as the rest of them. It's going to be something, like, it could even be, like, a symbolic or metaphorical door or something. I don't know. Actually, I have a theory. If Zero is actually one of the 8 of us, I think it's one. I've narrowed it down to it being probably one of two people. It's either Ace, because like he's seeming kind of suspicious now. Like he knows a lot about the boat's interior, and he just seems clever in general. And most other people seem either too obvious or like there's something about them that just doesn't seem like they'd be Zero. And the other person who I think might be Zero is June, because wouldn't that be the great twist of, you know, the person closest to is Zero? I mean, that's why I think it could be them. That's the main reason. Plus, there's something up with that. Like, they have the hots for each other, obviously, yet they haven't seen each other in forever. Why not? Why didn't they try looking for each other? Because as soon as they met up with each other again, it's like, oh yeah, let's be best friends and let's love each other. It's like, what? Then why did you separate for so long? It doesn't make sense. Anyways, there's something going on there. Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file, and something fell out. He bent down and picked it up. It's a key card! Oh boy! And there was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury key cards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol. Uranus. Oh, my favorite key. That's everyone's favorite planet, let's be honest. And everyone knows why. That's the Uranus symbol. Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well. In the lower right, it said Bottom Deck Library. Okay. This must be a key to the library on the bottom deck. So it would seem. The bottom deck, the library. The library! Junpei remembered something he'd heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge, beneath the navel of the Gigantic. Oh, Forest of Knowledge. That sounds like a library. Did beneath the navel mean the bottom deck, and Forest of Knowledge mean the library? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. If it did, then was Alice in the room or somewhere beyond the library? And if that's the case, is that the place where we'll find the 9 door? We're getting close to this, because we found all the other doors. There's only the 9 door, right? Unless they repeat. What's wrong? Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts. There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything June had told him. About the Egyptian priestess. About Ice 9. And finally about the woman who wouldn't melt, who recovered from the Titanic disaster. Been recovered. He told him about how she had been called All Ice, which had eventually turned to Alice. And how she had been purchased by an Egyptian millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. And how Gordain had hid Alice somewhere on the ship. And you think that he hid her in a small room beyond the library on the bottom deck? Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so. I see. Ace stared off into the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together. Junpei, have you ever heard of the term Cass? I've heard of casts, like you put casts on the arm, or castaways. I don't think I've heard of casses. Casses. Casses? Cass? Did you say cass? Is the plural of cass? I don't know. Depends on what it stands for. It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it's a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Convenient. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell's membrane. Chaos, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is super cooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things, like people. What do you mean, other things? Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel. Space travel? Are you serious? Surely you've heard of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing? It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films, but real life? People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space and time. That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting. Whoa, wait a minute there. Ace looked at him and raised an eyebrow. Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that cast thing? Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and if Cass were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously, you think she could be alive? Well, I can't say for sure, of course. That would be freaky. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature, that's nuts! That is pretty crazy, but, you know, in these kind of crazy games, with everything that you say is a possibility turns out to be true in some form later on. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about? You're quite right, it does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor. You mean the guy dressed like a captain? Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by who? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. We don't know where Snake is still, so just saying. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth Key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door? Santa and Lotus. Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1. Or any other door, for that matter. Who else then could have done so? Junpei thought for a second. No, nobody. Well, except Snake. He got somewhere somehow, we don't know how. He's, like, he got through one of the doors, and he's still alive. That, or he's hiding somewhere really well for some reason. Either way, he must have found some kind of secret passage. That, or he's Zero and knows of a secret passage. Either way, there are secret passages lying around. After Santa and Lotus had used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with Junpei and June, who had returned from EDAC. The 4 of them then proceeded to return to the large hospital room to reunite with Ace, 7, and Clover. When Junpei and his team had gone into the shower room, Ace, 7, and Clover had been left in the large hospital room, but they had been unable to open door 1. Perhaps when Junpei and June had taken the elevator to door 2 then? No, that would have been impossible. They had gone only 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed the man in there, and run back in 5 minutes. It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The number of doors would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters. Then you're saying the killer was Alice? Are you high? Oh, that's nuts. That sounds so crazy. But, okay, here's what I think. That's not right. I don't think that's it. It would never be spelled out like that. But I think this theory, what he's saying, applies in some sense or another. I don't know how, but that's probably what's going on. What he's saying, like the whole possibility, it applies, but not to Alice. It's a red herring. There I go again with all the red herrings. I think it's too obvious. I don't know. It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully. Well, this is all only one possible theory. All ice. Alice. Was Alice indeed somewhere on the ship with them? Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his hand. It would, he hoped, grant him access to the Forest of Knowledge. But beyond that, what waited for him beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Whatever might be there, however, would have to wait. At the moment, there was nothing Junpei could do. He gripped the keycard tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. So that's pretty crazy, the idea that Alice actually did that. I don't think it's true, but still, that's crazy that that's even a possibility. But Heck, if that's flying around there, Gordon could have frozen himself and still be alive. Who knows? Anyone from super ways back could have frozen himself and still be alive. But I don't think it's quite that simple, because whoever died clearly wasn't Zero, because, I mean, like, he made it so obvious that it was Zero that obviously it isn't, you know what I mean? The Junpei already talked about it. But, because of this, there's no way Alice is Zero, because if that's the case, who's the captain? The captain was probably, killed very recently, like just before the timer started or whatever. And if that's the case, what does it mean? I don't know what it means. Who is that captain anyways? He could just be someone random, or maybe not, I don't know. I still don't think I have enough to go on. Maybe I do with a lot of subtle hints, but I haven't paying attention to all the subtle hints. Partially because I don't want to. But, no, I do try to figure things out in advance, but, the best mysteries are ones that make perfect sense in hindsight, but are almost impossible to figure out till the reveal, so. New material has been added to the file screen. Let's check it out. What do we got? What do we got? Medical record, ship's log, nautical table, information about Alice. Oh, okay. Other than that, I guess that's it. Okay, so, what's this? Unique key. A key with a leather case. It isn't metal. My guess would be ceramic. Junpei, have you found a keyhole that might fit it? Okay. Have we found a locked door? We found a lock. Let's see if shaking you gets us anywhere. No dice. There's a button on it. Nothing happens when I push it. Wait. This? The control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole on the bottom. Is this what I use? Maybe the key I got earlier? Ooh, yeah. I didn't think I used an actual key, but okay. Sweet, just had to put the key in and now it's on. Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen. There's a bunch of minus signs. 8 of them. That probably means we gotta put in 8 digits. You think you can figure it out? If it was 9 digits, I might just try 9999999. 1, 8 digits, huh? Once I've put in the 8-digit number, I just press E to enter it. And if I mess up, I guess I just press C. Alright, let's give it a shot. 8 digits. Let's go ahead and try something random, like 1, 1, 1, 1, 5. Enter. No. I don't suppose it's as simple as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. What about 1, 0? What if I enter letters based on Zero's name? Like 26 is for Z. E would be 0, 5, right? R is, I think it's the 18th letter. So yeah, 18, because yeah, there's S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's like 8 letters after it, which makes 26. What about this? Oh, I thought I was onto something. Do we have a clue? What's the passcode? I'm pretty sure I've searched every part of this room by now. 8 digits. 8 digits? And it's a number. What items do we got? All we got's the Morse code. One of those things switches the screen. It doesn't work anymore. I wonder why this screen just shows the exit. I mean, it's just a door. I know, right? The 4 on the bottom just say 0. The exit. And those 4 letters. Maybe... Wait a second. those 4 letters, it shows the exit on the top and 0 on the bottom. Oh wait, what about the... Don't we have... It's a piece of paper somewhere. Wasn't there a thing? Oh, is it in the file section? Oh yeah, I think, yeah, we have like something in the file section, and there's like where is it? Numerical system chart. Yes, this is it. Okay, I remember this now. It's not in the items, so I forget about it. Okay, fine, let's do that then. I had Z as 26, but that's only if you do it without adding the 9 that are already there. So if you add the 9 that are already there, then it becomes 35, and then we do that with the rest of them as well. Let's try that. Okay, sure, let's do that. I really hope this is it. If it's not, I am so confused. Yeah, so take the 26 and add the 9, and you get... God, just let me do it. Let me put in the number. You stupid thingy. So yeah, start with 35 because Z is 26, and you add the 9 to its 35. Then E is 5 for starters, but 5 add 9 is 14. So add the 14. Ah, damn it! 35, 14. After that was 18, right? Yeah, I remember. 18. Add the 9 is 27. And then what was after that? That was O, which was 15, right? Yeah, it's 15, which means you add the 9 to that, which is 24. So 24, is that it? Okay, yes, that is. I was about to say, like, oh my, so I was kind of right with putting in 0 in, but I just forgot about the whole add 9 with the... Okay, I got it. Not sure how much of that I cut out, but I did it. Yes, it worked. Good job, Jumpy. Junpei, whatever. I've been editing videos with June in them. It's in my head now. But, you may be saying good job, but all the people watching are probably like, damn it, you're slow. Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. You and your fancy pose again. Good work, Junpei. Alright. Let's go. Let's do it. Did I find it? Spoilers. I found it. Yay! I was right.